Hey, up next on the MARR Rock Show, no stranger to the rock show, we've got Speed from Silvertung with us. They've got a new record that's due out on October 27th, but it's available for pre-order on digital outlets October 13th. Speed, welcome back to the show, man.
Hey, man, thank you so much, brother. Thank you for taking the time out to talk to me again.
Oh, it's always our pleasure. And, we're going to talk about the new record, but I'm not sure. I haven't seen you in a little while, and I got to reflect back, man, on and let folks know about that special night. First time I got to present like a legitimate music award on television, and you guys won 2 of them. Reflect back on winning the Maryland Music Award.
Well, yeah, that was a crazy night. We weren't expecting any of that. The funny thing is, we were excited to actually be performing that night. We were like really excited because a lot of our peers, are there at the same time, and you're kind of like, what do you do when you're asked to perform, at the Maryland Music Awards? We contemplated on what song to play. We contemplated on, what do we do? How do we do this? How should we dress? Should we be a little bit more casual? Should we be? We went through a list of things. And at the end of it, we just said, look, we just got to be us. We can't be anybody else. So by the time we got there, we were all kind of like nervous. And we usually don't get nervous that often anymore. Now it's like we get excited. So we were like very, very nervous, and we weren't even paying attention to the factor that we were nominated for 2 different awards. And when we got the first nomination and won, we just kind of like looked at each other and went, "Did they really just say Silvertung?" And I was like, "I think they did." So we were not prepared. So whatever the speech, and I don't remember what the speech was, but whatever I said probably was just me flying off the cuff, because we didn't know. And then, of course, they wait to the end of the night to do the big award, the Breakout Artist of the Year, and we were backstage taking bets on who was actually going to win. A lot of our peers and a lot of our friends were in that category with us, so we were like betting on who was going to win. And when they said Silvertung, again, we just kind of like looked at each other, like was this for real? It's amazing when after 8 years of doing what you do, the recognition comes out in an award of from peers. It comes out from people that are in the industry that are starting to take notice of who Silvertung is. It's an extremely humble feeling when you get an award like that.
I will tell you, dude, I was, we didn't know we did the best heavy metal. We had no idea who the winner was, and we knew all the bands. And I was so proud and happy to read your guys' names. So that was a great moment for us, too.
And see, that was just the icing on the cake. You guys were there to give us the award. It was just like, and we've known each other for a while now, so it's kind of like, it was like family giving you something. It was like a
gift. Well, hey, we're here to talk about the new record, Lighten Up. And so this is an acoustic release, something a little different for you guys. So tell folks about the decision to release an acoustic record.
Yeah, we started doing some acoustic things, and we started doing some acoustic shows, and it just kind of snowballed into it. It wasn't like we sat back and prepared for this, or we really what we do with our our heavier albums. There's a lot of preparation that goes behind that. It's a long-term preparation. It wasn't like on this, we were just kind of doing a bunch of acoustic shows, and the fans liked it. And even strangers that didn't even know who we were, they liked it at the shows. So we sat back and I made a phone call and I said, "Hey man, what do you guys think about doing a live acoustic album?" And everybody was like, "Sure, man, but we really don't play like that." And I'm like, "Well, we do, when we have, and I think it's good for us because we were able to expand and show the different side of who we are. We're not just just in your face and let's have a good time type band, but we're also that band that'll sit back and just chill and write some music or should I say in this case, rewrite some music that shows you a different side of where the songs came from." So, and that was just kind of a decision that we all agreed on, and then we played some acoustic shows, and then we said, let's really make it hard on ourselves. let's invite some media, some of the industry people to come in and be there when we do the live recording. And everybody thought we were nuts. Everybody around us was like, "You guys are crazy. You're not only you're doing something that you haven't done before, now you're going to step it up and bring in the industry and media. It's you just put your head on a chopping block at that point." And we were like, "Well, you know what? This is kind of how we live. This is the Silvertung way. You either do it or you don't. So let's do it at 100 miles an hour. Let's not play around. Let's have fun with it, and let's do it." And it was nerve-wracking.
Well, you guys elected to go back a little bit in the catalog and release "Dig" as the first single. So talk about the decision to release that one. Why that tune?
That one came about because of a couple of different things. We had just released "You and Me," so we were like, well, we don't want to do that. And that was a great song because when we put it out, it was number one on the first 3 weeks of Billboard Radio. It was number one most requested, and then it ended up 9 weeks on the Billboard charts. So we were like, well, we can't do that. And then we were like, well, we got this really cool acoustic version of Face the Music, but we've already released that too, so we can't do that. and then I said, what about Devil's Advocate? And everybody's like, oh, we just released that too. And I was like, oh yeah, that's right. I said, well, we've already released Never Too Late. Let's just pick an oddity. And it was either to do Dig or put out I Don't Care as an acoustic single, and the majority agreed on Dig. It just sounded so. It was almost like that's how the song was supposed to have been played in the beginning. So it was kind of like, all right, let's try this. So I truly think in my heart, this is just me speaking. I don't know whatever the other guys are thinking, but this is what I'm thinking. I think that people are going to see a whole different side of Silvertung on this. They're going to see that, and it's funny because we've heard this already. People come up to us and they were like, wow, we weren't expecting acoustic. You guys can really actually play. I was like, what?
Yeah, I mean, I actually remember the first time I saw you. You're humbly saying you're doing some acoustic gigs, but you're out there with Zach Myers and stuff like that. You're not just playing at your local library. These are some big acoustic shows. So.
Right, and that was kind of the kickstart of everything when we went out with Zach, and that's what kind of made us understand that we do have another side to Silvertung, and it is a lighter side, and it's kind of like we've kind of taken every influence that we have in music, not just in rock music or in heavy metal, but every influence that we have. I mean, I'm a huge Prince fan. I think Prince is an amazing artist, and he did things like this, and there was just so much to give when you sit back and you strip it down and you just become real with it. And I think that was our biggest decision: is let's just be real with it.
I want to ask you about the album cover, man. There's like all kinds of objects strewn around, and I've known you for so long, so I know why some of those objects are there, but maybe for the person that doesn't, talk about some of the significance of the things they'll see on the album cover.
Oh, the album cover is very, very cool. And it's kind of an oxymoron, if you know what I mean. It's like we titled the album Lighten Up because we're known as a heavy band. So we called it Lighten Up, but we don't want to lose our roots. So we busted up an acoustic guitar, had some fun one night, drank a little bit too much cold cock.
As evidenced on the cover, yes.
And it's funny because the amps that are in there were actually mine and Cody's, and you should see the back of those things. They were just trashed. We just had a good time, and we talked about what was the album cover going to be like. And I said, well, let's make it an oddity. Let's not just follow what we're trying to do here. Let's make it an oddity. Let's try. No, this is Silvertung. We have fun. We didn't hurt anybody. Nobody got hurt or anything. But we had a great time doing it. And that's kind of where the album idea came from. And then our manager, David Snowden, kind of laid it out We don't have that kind of an eye. So he did all that for us.
Sorry.
But it was really cool. So what we decided to do was kind of put a little bit of history in there of Silvertung, out of the box, some guitar picks, some mics that we used to use, that were in our rehearsal space that, we used for old recordings, and like some of those songs were actually recorded on that microphone, and the album cover is very, very deep for us, and there's even some like things in there, like some guitar picks from different people, from other bands, and it's very, very cool because we grew up with these guys, and we knew who they are. We knew them from touring with them before, so there's a lot of things in there that's kind of deep for us, but it's kind of like Lighten Up gives you one statement, and that album cover gives you a whole other statement, which is kind of us, if you kind of get what I'm saying on that.
I absolutely do, man. So, hey, you have a number of shows between now and the end of the year on the schedule. So if folks are looking at them, are they plugged in shows? I mean, there's not like an acoustic tour going on. Are you still, most of your shows now are plugged in still from here to the end of the year?
Most of the shows are plugged in. We're going to do a couple short runs of acoustic shows, even through the end of the year, and even next year, the beginning of next year, we're going to do a handful of acoustic shows. We kind of want to take it out there too and introduce it, because I know in November, starting I believe it's November 3rd, we're waiting for all the confirmations to come through. There's going to be a second leg to All Fired Up tour and getting us back out there. I think we're going to do another South run before next summer we head out to like Michigan and Ohio. So we're going to do another South run in November, and I think there's going to be 2 or 3 dates on there that we're actually going to do an acoustic show.
No, I don't think I've ever asked you this before. If I have, I apologize. But, you're getting, you guys are so well known here. Have you guys been outside the U.S. yet? And has there been a country that's kind of reached out to you and thought, we could do that over there?
Actually, the beauty of this is Out of the Box has reached, a couple 100,000 people over in the Europe area. So we have had contacts from promoters over in that area to get us over there. We may be looking at next summer, maybe 2019. But we are in the works of getting out of the country to spread the love over in Europe. There's things we're going to be probably doing with the military and stuff like that. So yes, there is a lot of talk about getting us out of the United States and just see what happens. We had a chance last year to go on a soil tour that was over in Europe, but our dates kind of conflicted. We were kind of in the studio, we were out on our own tour, and it just didn't work. So we're hoping to get back out and get that opportunity again. So, but yes, there is definitely talk about getting out of the United States.
So we're not chasing you away, but I'm glad to hear that for you guys. So, hey, before I let you go here, man, what's the plans for 2018? I know you got live shows through the end of the year. What's going to happen in 2018 for Silvertung?
A lot of touring. And we're also going to be working on a new album, which we're already working on it, but we're going to start recording in 2018 and hopefully get it out by the end of 2018 or close to the end of 2018. So there's a lot going on with us for right now. For us to, it's not going to be a slow time for Silvertung at all in 2018, and including 2019. There are a few festivals that we're already set up. We have confirmations for in 2019. So we're thinking way, way out into the future. So we're stacking it up to be pretty busy, but we're still going to come home. We love to come home and play shows, but we got to go out there and we got to see the world. We definitely want to spread the love to everybody else that's out there, and we seem to be doing pretty well. I think a lot of people are starting to like Silvertung and get to know who we are. Even our local fan base. We're still trying to gain more fans from there. And every time we do shows, we find out there's people that still they know who we were, but they've never seen us. And now they've seen us. Now they're fans, and we've been getting these what we call super fans, who are just like amazing. They go 3-4 hour drives to come hang out with us and watch us do some shows. And I know coming up very, very soon, I believe it's October 27th. I can't reveal the location just yet, but we're going to do, and we haven't done this in 4 years. We have not done a CD release in 4 years, a CD release party in 4 years. But there is going to be a secret location. Let me say it this way: a secret haunted location.
Oh, okay.
We're going to make this very interesting. A secret haunted location where we're going to release the CD to the public, not just the digitals any longer. It will be the physical copy, and there's also going to be a special drink, should I say?
Nice.
That we will see Silvertung's name all over that as well. But the only way that people can find that out is you got to go to the website and you got to sign up for the email list.
So
and
go ahead. That's a perfect timing, man. That was the last thing I was going to ask is where do you want people to go to buy the music, and direct them to that website, because that's a great teaser, man.
Oh, yeah. If you go to www.silvertung.com, and that's TUNG.com, if you go there, check it out. It'll take you to any of our socials. We're very active on our socials. We love hanging out on social media with everyone. But if you go there to find out more about the secret haunted location of the CD release party, you got to sign up on the email list. That's the only way you're going to find out.
Well, man, we've had Speed from Silvertung, good friend of the Rock Show. Man, it's so good talking to you. The record, Lighten Up, it's due out October 27th, but you can pre-order that on digital outlets as of October 13th. So, Speed, my friend, it's always a good time talking to you, and thanks for being on the show.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you for taking your time out. And, you know, we love you guys.